Hi there, this is Hometown to Homestead Gal with a little crochet video for you today. I'm coming to you from my kitchen because that's where I get the best light. And I've been working on a very large crochet project that's going to be a gift for a friend. But I needed a little break, so I decided to do a little smaller project. And so let me show you what we're working on today. And we'll get that started. Okay, what we're making today are these little crocheted crosses. And truth be told, I started this video earlier and made this one and it didn't come out right, and I figured out why. So, this purple yarn is a little bit thinner. This is some older yarn that I'm using up. It's a little on the scratchy side because it's the older style of yarns before they came out with really nice soft stuff. So working it into things like bookmarks and things that are not wearable is a good way to use some of that up. But one of the differences between these two is this one I only have 2 single crochets in the corner of this arm, and this one I have 3, so it gives it a more open hole there. So I'm going to go ahead and use some of this lavender yarn. I also have a pair of scissors, a much larger hook, which we will use later. And I'm crocheting this with a size C 2.5 millimeter hook with these wonderful rubber handles that someone gifted me, and I just love these hooks because they just make it so much easier for me to crochet. We're going to start with a magic circle, which is wrapping it around your finger. So you've got 3 loops. Insert your hook underneath those. Pull that through. And chain 1. Oops, yeah. Chain 2. Chain 3. And then remove your finger from it. Ooh, I got a cramp in my hand. Lovely fibromyalgia gives me cramps in my hands. Okay, so now we're going to move forward. We're working on the center part here. That's what I forgot before. So you've got chain 3, and then you're going to double crochet into the large magic circle loop. You've got 1, that's a chain 3 and a double crochet, and then another double crochet. Chain 3, oops, yarn splitting, and another double crochet. Hope I'm doing this slow enough for y'all. This is going to be the last post for this arm, and what we are going to do is move on. Nope, that one gets a double crochet also. That's where I messed up before. And then you're going to chain 3. 1, 2, 3. As I was making the video before, something didn't feel right, but I couldn't figure out what it was. Talk about fibromyalgia fog. There's another double crochet, and another double crochet, and another double crochet, and a chain 3, and a double crochet, and 2 double crochets, and 3 double crochets. stitches. You've got 1, 2, 3. So we need to do one more of 3 chains, and then you slip stitch into the top of your initial chain 3. And actually, let me pull the slip stitch out so you can see what I'm doing better here with the magic circle. But don't lose your chain 3s there. So pulling through here, I'm going to, for me it's usually the back one. Nope, not the back one. You don't want to lose that coming out there. Don't lose your tail. But you can pull the first loop. I could never get both of the loops to go by pulling just the tail. I have to do one and then pull the tail, which is going to be stubborn with this yarn for me today. Little leverage here with my hook. There we go. So now I've pulled my magic circle tight. Sometimes magic circle's not my favorite thing. Sometimes it works for me and sometimes it doesn't. And when it's frustrating me too much, I just move to a slip knot and crochet it as tightly as I can. So we're going to slip stitch that into there, and then we're going to turn the work. Oops, let's try it this way. I'm going to slip stitch into the corner hole, chain 3, 2, 3. We're going to double crochet into that corner hole, just like if you're making granny squares, if you're familiar with making granny squares. And there's a second double crochet. Then you're going to chain 3. Excuse me. An itchy eyebrow today for some reason. Let's see. There we go. I have a double crochet and another double crochet, and this is where it gets a little funny making our arms. So you've got a chain 3, double crochet, chain 3, double crochet, and then we're going to chain 3 again, and slip stitch it into that corner loop. Now we're going to slip stitch, there's the side of our work, the edge of our work. We're going to slip stitch across the top of these double crochets. And I think I picked some yucky yarn to do this with. And you're going to slip stitch all the way over into the next chain 3 corner hole right there. Then you're going to chain 3, double crochet twice. There's 1, there's 2. I'm going to chain 3. I'm going to double crochet twice. You'll start noticing the arms of the cross starting to form now. And then you're going to chain 3 again. And slip stitch it down into that corner loop. And then we're going to slip stitch across the top of those double crochets again into the next loop, into the next corner loop that was made by 3 chains. You slip stitch all the way over into this loop. And then you're going to chain 3, 2 double crochets again, chain 3 again, 2 double crochets again, chain 3 again, slip stitch to anchor it into that corner, slip stitch across those double crochets and into the next loop. You can start to see the arms there. That's looking pretty good. We're going to chain 3, double crochet, double crochet again, chain 3, double crochet once, double crochet twice. And because we are on the 4th arm now, we're going to double crochet a 3rd time instead of doing the chain 3s. Turn the work and slip stitch back across to the center. There's 1 slip stitch, 2 slip stitches, 3 slip stitches, and into that loop again for 4 slip stitches. We're going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2 double crochets, 3 chains, 1, 2, 3 double crochets. If you look at it, there's 1, 2, 3 sets from the center. Turn your work, slip stitch over to the center, chain 3, 1, 2, 3, 2 double crochets. There's 1, 2, chain 3, 3 double crochets, 1, 2, and 3. Turn your work, slip stitch back to the center, to the center. And then I cut my yarn off back there, pull it all the way through. Snip that tail off from the center magic circle. Kind of shape it a little bit here. You can block these if you want to. I don't know that they necessarily need it. Just give your little corners a little pull. And then I take my yarn, wrap it around my hand a couple of times, trim it off. So I've got some little fringes here. This is where the big hook comes in handy. There's that bottom where we just finished. Insert the big hook through there. Pull your looped over fringes through. And I'm going to grab this long tail on the end and pull all that like so. I like to pull them each individually to make sure everything's tucked in tight. Oops. Pull them up evenly with my fingers. Pretend like I'm a hairdresser. Give them a little haircut. And voila. We have a cute little cross-shaped bookmark. Be fun to add to any little gift basket that you want to give to somebody or something. So, who's ready for the big hullabaloo? Who's watching the commoner, Miss Markle, become a princess this weekend? Nobody in my family wants to watch it, but I do, so I'm just going to stay up in the middle of the night and watch it myself here in California. Anyway, I just needed a little break from the monotony of everything that's going on, and so I thought I'd share that with you. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a like. If you want to keep following, hit the subscribe button and the bell button. That'll let you know whenever I've put a new video up. And I hope you have a fabulous weekend as we get ready to watch the big wedding this weekend and more working on the hometown house, getting ready for the Homestead house. Anyway, have a great weekend all. Bye-bye.